always fusses with her hair when I turn the camera on.
I know, I can see it. Just sit looking at myself, looking all raggedy.
You're all raggedy.
Should see it in the morning, it's stuck up here somewhere. Don't know what I do at night.
Oh, well, I was fiddling with it, wasn't I, this morning?
Oh, this morning, yeah, but I think it was stuck up. For you.
Good morning, folks.
Good morning.
It's alright, it's a
Dry
pretty
day.
benign day.
No sun, but
Not doing anything horrible.
no.
I'm planning on going out today. I'm going to Leeds on the bus.
Went for a ride out.
So I'll take the camera with me. Did you ever have a custom when you were young? I mean, I'm going back to when I was a kid. When we used to have a custom of going to people's houses for tea on a Sunday. Did you all ever do that? My mum and dad had. They never had a large circle of friends. My mum and dad. They spent time with me, my mum's sister, my auntie Ethel, and her husband, Uncle Harold. Uncle Harold. Me and our kid used to go, Uncle Harold. And we had an uncle called Ivan, and we used to call him Cliven, Uncle Ivan. But anyway, my parents had a small circle of like the family and friends, which I thought
Were
uncles and aunties. Not Auntie Gladys, no. Do you know, I can't remember. Leslie and Len.
Yeah.
That's it. Leslie and Len. We used to go to their house. And my mum and dad, I think I've told this story before, so a lot of you will have heard it. But there's quite a lot of subscribers that I've never heard the letters, haven't heard a lot of the stories. Anyway, my mother used to warn us before we went to Leslie Airlines because Len, he had no roof in his mouth and must have talked like that. Well, you can imagine, you know, me and our kid, we were only kids, and we had a hard time keeping a straight face. But we used to go Sunday afternoon, and they lived in what we thought were a really posh house. Because, I mean, we only lived in a back-to-back, but they had a semi with a garden front and back. We thought that were amazing. I always remember the front door was glass that had a sunburst on it in coloured glass. You remember them? Like the sun in the corner with the rays going out. Yeah. And after we'd had tea, well, they used to play cards for a bit. And then Leslie, they had a piano and Leslie could play piano. And Len, he used to play bones. Almost like a shoe on, you know, for putting your shoe on. But they weren't scooped, they were flat, fairly flat, you know, that long. And they were made out of bone. And you put your finger between them and flick them, and they made a clacking noise. And he used to play them, stand outside at piano and play these bones while Leslie. I always remember one of the songs she played was Blue Moon, and I used to play that. We sang eventually when I used to play piano. Blue moon, why do you leave me alone? Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. I got a love of my own. Yeah. Just another little ditty that I remember from my childhood.
Did they used to live up in Bramley? Up near Bramley?
Yeah.
Sort of where they built that new, monstrosity of the...
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't tell you exactly where it was. I mean, the houses will still be there.
Yeah, I think it was first one at the side of it.
We used to walk down from Bramley Town Street. We used to walk down an hill and then cut through a ginnel. And there used to be a monument, a little, I think it was in somebody's garden, a stone monument thing. I always remember we used to walk by this stone monument thing down this ginnel. And then we'd come out onto a street. And they lived almost opposite this ginnel, I think, on this street. I can't take you there now. No, I can't take you there. I've no idea exactly where it was. I just remember walking down that ginnel.
Yeah. Well, you'd think it'd still be there, wouldn't you?
I doubt if the ginnel is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I very much doubt that.
Art monument.
Yeah. Can't imagine them.
Garden.
Can't imagine them still being there.
Right.
That much happened in Bramley. Used to be a nice place, Bramley. Now it's drug infested, crime area. So right dump. The planners ruined it in the 70s.
Old houses down, didn't they, on one side, and built all new.
Yeah.
This new
Full beautiful stone buildings, Yorkshire stone buildings down, and put flat roof monstrosities up in the place.
Well, they built that new shopping centre, didn't they? That's all flat roofed.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Terrible.
And then they built all these new council houses. The only thing that they did do were opposite the shopping centre, they built some flats. And they're quite nice looking because they're made out of, well, maybe an artificial stone, I don't know. Can't imagine it being real stone. But they're not bad looking, are they?
No.
I mean, they built a pub on corner and that's been pulled down already.
Already? Another modernist eyesore. I mean, I like modernists.
Back down.
Yeah.
And build a new one. Right, a new bank?
I don't know if it is. I don't know if
modern bank. But then they stopped using it as a bank and it's
interbank.
somewhere else now, isn't it?
Yeah. But I was reading an article this morning about the councils. They're just bankrupt. They're having to cut. They're going to cut parks and leisure, libraries.
All the things that keep people...
Yeah. And yet they waste money on projects that are not necessary. And the things that are necessary, like mending ruddy potholes, they don't do.
Yeah.
And waste millions on things that are not, not necessary. They're just fancy ideas that they have about things.
Yeah.
But the necessary things, they won't maintain. What we need is, you need road cleaners to keep the roads clear and litter. We used to have them and they no longer have them. blokes, you know, employed blokes that go around sweeping roads.
Yeah, there used to be a little chap in Armley, didn't there, that went round. Oh, and he were ever so pleasant.
Yeah.
He'd talk to anyone, wouldn't he? So he were always saying good morning and sweeping up.
Yeah. And we need,
Everybody knew
parks, you need things, things that are necessary.
When we went last week
to Pudsey Park.
It were packed. I mean, kiddies playing on that play area. There were a kiddie on everything, weren't there?
Yeah. And what are they going to do? Neglect it? Just let it get all overgrown?
I don't know.
You know.
I mean, they've let the place in the park go that used to be full of birds and
that's derelict.
Things like that. Little animals, little rabbits and...
That's derelict. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're going to put council taxes up. And they're going to start charging car parking fees where currently they don't. To try and make more money. So you're going to be paying more and getting a hell of a lot less. Meanwhile, the bosses, they'll still have their fantastic wages.
Yeah.
They'll still cream off all the money for the top echelons.
What are you doing, Nanny? Well, you've had your rant again.
Have my morning rant.
Started off as a nice little story and ended up as a rant. Didn't it? But I think that was my fault.
Don't take a lot.
Saying that they'd ruined Ramble.
Yeah. Well, I did write one.
Well, if they'd have had their way, they'd have pulled this down, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, this lot. Well, these cottages along here, they'd have pulled these down and they'd have just, what would have done?
Boarded up most of them,
Left it grass.
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Anyway, I'm not going to do a long video because we're going into town and I'll probably do a bit more.
Yeah,
filming in town. Alright, so see you later, folks. Bye. Alright, folks, we're here in the Leeds at the art gallery. There's the town hall there. And this is the art gallery.
The threads of stories repeating, regurgitating, journeys of sugar and sweat, cookie cutter interruptions to lives burned, scorched through power's ways.
Reminds you of what, Pat?
Reminds me of something.
Mick?